What's going on? Born for Sports, and it is the Knicks versus Pacers Eastern Conference Finals Game 3 post game. And man, we got a lot to discuss tonight. For those that are new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button to Born for Sports. I got my guy Ray with me here tonight. And man, we coming down off a crazy blood pressure feel high. But as I mentioned before, I hit the live button tonight, y'all. It sure beats down 3-0. What's good, Ray?
Listen, man. Right now, I'm in a case full of emotions right now.
Woo.
It's oh man, but 2-1 is definitely better than 3-0.
That's for sure.
So
that's for sure.
Our season is not on life support, which is a good thing. So
we back in the series, baby. We back in the series.
We you know what I'm saying? We haven't fallen to the ground yet. So
yeah.
Let's see what we do in game 4 on Tuesday night.
Yeah, and I think this is the type of win, and it's the way they did it tonight, Ray. It's the way they did it tonight. I mean, it was just a gut check win. That was all gritty, man. All gritty, and exactly what this team needed to erase what happened in game 1, at least for the time being, cleanse their soul, so to speak, and get them refocused. Because, folks, these first two games, they were one-possession games, man. They were one-possession games, not like the Knicks were getting killed. There was a point in this game, though, it almost got away from them, but they stuck with it and gutted it out, and I am happy to say the Knicks have beaten the Pacers 106-100 in Indiana. They trail the series 2-1, but this was a gut check win tonight. Let's hit the chat and see what the chat talking about right now. What's good, Cliff? Checking in, Cliff. What's goody, my brother? I know you happy about this win, and it is a good thing to talk about. Oh, Aboriginal Sports Network. Shout out to my guys over there, man, at the Aboriginal Sports Network. For y'all out there, go hit that sub. Go subscribe to those men. They are doing some tremendous work on the YouTube space. Y'all need to go check them guys out, man. My guys, Pat, all my guys over there, man. For real, for real. NYG, all of them. They are doing some big man cave, big time guys. Go give them guys a sub. He says, my guy, what's good, brother? It's Pat. Knicks with a life-saving comeback. Bro, Pat, this right here is still beating fast, bro. My blood pressure on like 1,000 right now, bro. And it is not a game right now. Thank God we won that one. Cliff says, this team is making my heart's bipolar, LOL. Yeah, I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. Cliff, yo, it was that kind of energy. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Ray, we got some guests coming on right now. We got to bring in these guys in the show. My guy T Hood taking the building. What's good, bro?
You know the vibe. It was good, fellas.
What's going on, man?
Oh man, what a win! And we got another guy. We got another guy who's been on the show lately. I gotta say, happy birthday! Shout out to my guy Danny R in the building.
What it
and
do,
I
baby?
love the shirt he rocking tonight. What's goody, bro?
I'm happy, bro. I'm happy. Thank you for the birthday shout. I appreciate you, bro. But
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man,
Yes,
they didn't get the win on my birthday, but today they got the win. It's all good. I'll take it.
Hey, birthday weekend, whatever we call it, bro.
Yeah.
We still in a festive mood, my dude.
Facts. Yes, sir.
Going back to the chat. Oh, Aboriginal says, LOL, facts, bro. I thought it was over for a second. Yo, listen, man, it got bleak for a little bit in that 20-point lead they got on us. But you know what?
We used to that. We used to that already, bro. We used to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. One thing about this team, I wish it wasn't like that, but they step up when all of a sudden they lock in when they down 20 on the road. I don't know what they lock in.
They turn up.
And they did it again. They did it again on the road tonight. This is a tremendous win tonight, man. Big task at hand, checking in. Happy Memorial Day. One game at a time, guys. Knicks pride. Orange and blue. That's right, baby. One game at a time. When you go down 2-0, listen, man, that game that they lost in game one was just a brutal loss. It was a choke job, whatever you want to call it. It was a bad loss, and it seemed like they've been kind of fighting that hangover since that point. However, game two was another close game, and I'm sorry, I got to put that game more on coaching. I didn't like the lineups in that fourth quarter, and especially sitting Cat that long. And boy, did Cat show why us Knicks fans were pissed off in game two for him sitting him for that long period of stretch, because he had a hell of a fucking fourth quarter to remember. We're about to get to that in a moment. Aboriginal Sports says, man, keep grinding, brother. Still want to talk some business with you for real, for real. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that, man. As I said again, y'all, go subscribe to this man's channel. They are really putting in that work out there, man. For sure. I appreciate the love, my dude. Let's talk about this game, man. And I'm telling you right now, y'all, it was times it was getting ugly out there, but the Knicks rose to the occasion. And let's just start it off. The big news tonight was the starting lineup change. Mitch with the start, Mark coming off the bench. There was some points in the first half that we were kind of in flux, kind of like doing what we supposed to do offensively, but they got the job done, man. They got the job done in the second half. What did you guys feel about the starting lineup change? And we're going to go one at a time. What did you guys feel about that? What did you feel like it was worth it? Did you feel like it was overdue? Or did you feel like, hey, I need to see more? Ray, what are your thoughts on that?
I felt it was the right necessary change to make. Being that the last game, Siakam just full out went out on Hart. He exploited him early, and as you can see, it got him 39 points and off a 65% field goal percentage and whatnot. So I felt like that was a great adjustment made for game 3 by Tibbs. And I actually just came across a tweet, and it would just announce that it was actually Josh Hart's suggestion that he come off the bench. He addressed that to Tibbs.
Oh, was that really? Oh,
yeah.
Man, I tell you, you know something?
And that's a class act. That's a class act.
Surprised by that? Why would we be surprised by that? Of the kind of player and human being that this man Josh Hart is on this team, man. I mean, I'm not surprised to hear that. I'm surprised that it got out. I thought it was more of the pressure of the of the media and the fan base saying the obvious, how something needed to change, a little shakeup was needed. But man, I am really not surprised to hear that. And shout out to Josh Hart for that, man.
Definitely class act. So, what I liked in the first quarter was, he was able to get some putbacks, a lot of second chance scoring. And, this is something that Mitch provides, because this is somebody who's gonna cause havoc across the boards. And you need somebody to do that. Josh Hart is another one as well, but being that Mitchell Robinson is also a rim protector, it really forced Indiana to just rely on jump shots. There was nobody attacking the rim whatsoever. So once again, I remember like within like 2 minutes, he scored a quick 4 points. I like the production that he really gave us, and for the first quarter for the most part.
Great second half, man.
So now let me ask you this: do you think this is something that we should also follow through for game 4?
I absolutely do. I think it's this has always to me been a matchup dependent type of situation. It's not something that I'm willing to do every game against any team, but I think this was well needed and necessary, because obviously Carlisle, and not just Carlisle, Manzula really showed that they were really like basically hunting Cat and Brunson on a lot of actions, when they had the ball. Cat, we know defense is not his strong point, things like that. So I just think it was matchup dependent, and I just think Mitch showed in the first 2 games that he was the guy that was necessary to have in the game, especially against this team, because his rebounding, giving us extra possessions was needed. His defense on the pick and rolls and rotations, and it was just there. It was obvious, that it was something that was giving Carlisle's schemes problems, and it was necessary, man. And it showed tonight that it can work. Now it needs more time, and I've said it since the Detroit series that when they've gone to the double big lineup, they've had success. But I just feel like sometimes teams decides not to go to it enough during the game. But again, matchup dependent. This was the right matchup with this team. With Carlisle, you got to be ready to make adjustments because he's so good at what he does that you're going to have a plan B. You can't stick with plan A and say, hey, let's ride it out, y'all. We're going to figure it out. No, you can't do that. This is not bitchy staff you're going against, bro. You're going against top-tier coaching. The man has a championship ring. Okay? So, hey, I just thought it was very necessary. T, what are your thoughts on the lineup change, man?
I mean, you already know me. Initially, I wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah.
I thought, the panic button was pressed. It was pushed a little bit, So, because think about it. Like, if we win game one, we wouldn't have been talking about a lineup change, but being that, we are down 0-2, then I guess, we had to do what we had to do, So what my fear was whether he's in the line, whether, Mitch is in the lineup or not, with Towns, Indiana is still going to matchup hunt. They're going to matchup hunt. You get what I'm saying? They're still going to seek him out.
They will.
As you look what happened.
Yeah.
He had like how many fouls? Like 3 fouls in the first half.
First half, yeah. Quick fouls.
Talking about Cat?
Yeah, I'm talking about Cat.
Yeah. Quick fouls.
They still was gonna attack him.
Does Emil do the referees hunt Cat for fouls?
Dude, I was gonna mention that
out there because
I was gonna mention that, bro. It's like he can't
marginal
catch a break.
contact fouls is what drives me nuts. That's all I'm saying. Yes, he does some stupid fouls. He does. not taking that away. Not taking that away from Vince. Just sometimes I just feel like the marginal contact fouls is what drives me crazy. Because then I got to see Cat go on the other end and he getting mauled and they don't call nothing. So it's just like that drives me crazy. But go ahead, finish your point, T.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just like Ray said that when Mitch was in there in the first quarter, he got a lot of putbacks, got a lot of offensive rebounds.
Yeah,
and he scored he was like the leading scorer for us at one point. He had like 4 points.
Right.
In the beginning part of the game. So, I mean, him being out there was definitely, it was beneficial, for our defense overall.
Right.
I mean, it benefited us. I mean, like I said, like what you said, it's definitely matchup dependent.
Right.
If you have if the other team has like a big lineup, then, you need to go double big. But the thing about it is like when you go double big, right? Who's like if one of them gets into foul trouble, who's going to be the backup center coming off the bench? You mean you aren't throwing? I mean, it's the playoffs. This is not a regular season.
Should be Precious, but I don't know what.
I was gonna say Precious, but yeah.
But the thing about it is that okay, you want to throw Precious out there, or you want to throw a Cordy? Like it's just like okay, who are we going to go to? And it's funny how he didn't go to Precious. Precious didn't get no.
Right. That was crazy.
I don't understand that at all, man.
Yeah, and he just went small, you know. But I mean, we got the win. I'm happy we got the win. So, I mean, let's see. I mean, they're gonna have to ride this out. I mean, if we go to, let's say, hypothetically speaking, hopefully we go to the finals. They're definitely gonna have to play the big lineup against,
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
No doubt about that.
You're not gonna have freaking OG Anunoby guarding Chet or freaking iHeart. You can't.
Against OKC and Minnesota, you got to go big. They play big.
Hell yeah,
that's 100 grams.
So definitely, it's a good thing that it's happening now, as opposed to it happening in the finals if we make it. let's see where it goes from here. Like I said before, you know me, guys. Like I was just like totally against. Nah. I don't want it. Like I'd rather see it in spurts. But now, it's desperate times, so you gotta
That's what
do
I said. Mm-hmm.
so.
Yeah. Dan, all fair points to you. Like, and I totally agree with also what you said also. If we did not lose game one, would this be a matchup? Would this be a talking point right now? That is a fair point to make, but hey, it is what it is, and I'm just glad we got the win tonight. And let's see what we do going forward. But absolutely, you made great fair points, man. Great fair points. Danny, what is your take on the lineup change?
Sorry to cut you off. I want to make one more point. Hart, even though Hart didn't start, he finished the game. So
that's what matters more, to be honest.
He finished the game. You're not
for sure.
Well, they kind of like go back and forth. I mean, you put Mitch in there like at the late moments of the game. To get like to play defense or whatever. So they both are on the floor.
Sub in, sub out.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it worked out for us. But for the most part, Josh Hart is going to be on the floor in the fourth quarter. He pushes the pace, he pushes the tempo, and he grabs rebounds. He caught that key rebound.
That key rebound was
that was a man rebound right there.
Yeah, I was scared for him. I thought he hurt his knee or something, man. I was like, oh no. I was like, damn. But thank God he's okay. He's a tough son of a bitch. He gonna.
Oh, you know it.
Danny, what's your take on the lineup change?
Yeah, just to piggyback off what T said, I was not a fan of it. It was kind of weird to me. Like it was strange. Like I was going into the game like, oh shit, this is like a shakeup. I don't know if it's gonna work out. I was kind of hesitant. I'm like, oh, I don't know. But like what T said, it's desperate measures, man. We gotta. It's like Tibbs was like the one that can Hail Mary. It's like fuck it, we gotta win this game. I gotta do what I gotta do, and it worked out in our favor. So I mean, Cat turned up. Bodega Cat turned up. Like normally he should do. Because I hate when Cat pulls those 3-pointers. That's not necessary.
It's the deep ones that irritate me.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a head scratcher.
Yeah, like early in the shot clock. Okay, I get a heat check if you're on fire, but not like that. Just
no. We need a strong Bodega Cat going to the rim cat type player. You know what I'm saying? We need that cat. But but yeah, man. I mean, it's the shakeup was weird to me, but it worked out in our favor, and just keep this momentum going. That's it.
That's it. Let's get back to the chat real quick. Daryl Randolph checks in. Says that was an ugly game, but a win is a win. You're damn right, Daryl. Hey, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't a pretty first half, but the way the Knicks finished the second half, it was beautiful to me because we got the dub. That's all that matter, and a much needed dub. My sister checking in. Hey, big brother, I'm checking in. Cat made me proud. Happy Dominican Mother's Day. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Happy Dominican Mother's Day. It's indeed. Happy Dominican Mother's Day to my sis, Sam, my mom, and my grandma, rest in heaven. Yes. Big time performance from Cat tonight. I mean, he really answered the bell. The first half was a struggle, and really the first 3 quarters, but I got some things I got to get off my chest about why he didn't really I just didn't like the way we weren't getting him the ball, but we were going to get into that in a moment. Sammy Bones checks in. Welcome to the show, Sammy Bones. If Knicks win game 4, I have the winning in 7. Game 4 is a must win. Yes, sir. I respect that take. I mean, before the series started, I picked Knicks in 7. I was not one of these Knicks fans that's just saying weird shit like, oh, Knicks in 4, Knicks in 5, and none of that crap. This is a good Pacers team. And this Pacers team,
well coached,
is well.
Oh, yes, sir.
Absolutely right. Took the words out of my mouth. Well coached, as good as any team in the league. Okay. They have a very good bench. They are a good team. And people don't talk about it, but the second half, I think since December, the Pacers have had one of the best records in basketball, if not the top record. Okay, since late December. So this is something that they have been doing well. And plus the Pacers, is always a thorn in our side. You already know. So I picked the Knicks in 7. Hey, let's see if we can get to that point. Right now, we got to concentrate on tying the series. And that's game 4. And hopefully this spears us to get back and get that done. Clip says, we are second guessing ourselves because game 1 was such a bad loss. If those guys hit free throws, we'll have a different conversation. It's absolute facts. That's why we lost the game. I put that game 1 choke job on the players, not the coaches. The coaching staff, I felt Tibbs was at fault in game 2. I didn't like how he sat Cat for that longer stretch in the fourth quarter when we were struggling to score. When he had a no scoring lineup with Brunson and Cat on the bench in the fourth quarter. Like those things, that was bad. I did not like that. But game 1 was absolutely the players' fault. And if anyone says it's on Tibbs' fault, y'all ain't watching the games right, man. Y'all not watching the games right. We make those free. If OG and Cat make those free throws down the stretch of that game, that stupid Love Halliburton 3 that bounced 4 times that fell in don't even matter. Okay? So, yes. And now, because of that, we're playing catch-up in this series to make up for that shit. So, yes, it is a fair assessment that if we don't lose that game, we might not even have made this starting lineup change. But it is what it is. We're here now. And the results speak for themselves. We got the dub tonight. Dan checks in. Dan Key, who cares how it happened? Win next game and the momentum changes. That's right, Dan. Hey, every win counts the same as 1 win. It don't matter if it's pretty, ugly, whatever. It don't matter. At the end of the day, all that matters is when the clock's hit 0 is you have one more point than the other team in the playoffs. And that's what we need. Get the dubs. That's it. So let's talk about this game, y'all. Let's talk about this game, man. I mean,
let's chop it up. Let's chop it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Player of the game. And let's give this man his flowers, okay?
I already have
24 points, 15 rebounds, okay? Man. And it wasn't just that. It wasn't just the 24 and 15. 20 points and 8 rebounds and 3 or 4 from 3 in the fourth quarter alone. Do you know that the Knicks held the Pacers to 20 points total in the fourth quarter? So this man basically he basically matched the entire Pacers scoring for the second half. What y'all think about that?
One thing that I peeped that really worked in our favor is that that fourth quarter we really slowed down the tempo. We forced the Pacers to play our game, our half-court game. We wasn't trying to run with them. We wasn't out here jacking up threes. And you see, it really worked to our favor, And listen, we're on the same group chat. I kept saying, feed Cat.
Me too.
And, he really got it going. And I like to add, sorry, my voice is a little raspy right now. First half, Josh Hart, it was kind of like he was non-existent, but, I can understand coming off the bench and, being on the court with plays that you're not usually on the court with. It was kind of, it was kind of difficult for him to really get involved, but he really woke up in the fourth quarter.
Right.
He really woke up, grabbing key rebounds. Once again, Josh Hart, he's the type of player that you won't see it in the scoreboard, but your eye test, you see a lot coming from him. So I really appreciate the effort that he gave us. I got to give kudos to the bench guys. Look at Deuce.
Yeah,
he came
amazing.
He did great. I'll save that for the next segment. But I got to give my kudos to Cat. He really balled out. He really carried us when we really needed some scoring. And being that he had 5 fouls, I really thought Tibbs did a good job managing both players who was in dangerously in foul trouble. Brunson with 5, Cat with 5, and we was able to, pull it off without one of them even fouling out. So definitely, player of the game, Carl Anthony Towns, man. Big bodega, man. Appreciate it.
No question about it. I got to bring in somebody to the stage for the first time. My guy, Man Cave. What's goody, bro? Salute to my guy, Man Cave. Everybody out there on the show, go give my man a sub. Excellent work he does on his channel and on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Man Cave, what's goody, bro? Welcome to the show, my brother.
What's good, man? What's good? Salute to the chat. Salute to the panel, man. You guys is chopping it up, man. I had to come on here, man. Just give a little take and stuff like that, man. Doing this live streaming the Knicks games. You know, it's been frustrating, you know what I'm saying, at times, but hey, it was a great win tonight, man. So, hey, we stuck it out, man. We came back and got this dub, man. But like I said, it's been a bench thing, man. Got to get these guys better production off the bench, man, and open up that bench a little bit more. And as I say, I'm glad Cameron Payne ain't played tonight, man. Like I said, he should have been out of rotation. You got to bypass the guy and go to somebody else. You got a lot of fire under these guys, man. You can bypass them. Just bypass.
It was well said.
Well said. Guard, because I asked him every night for a week to please stop playing this man.
Pain in the ass.
Oh
yeah, man.
I'm happy that we all think alike.
I know, man.
Bro.
I mean, you watch other teams, they playing 5-6 guys off the bench. And like I said, the 3 rookies that we got, those guys can play. If they was on some other teams, they'll be coming off the bench and playing. This guy just does not play these guys. I mean, these guys all are good players. I know Pakambadi don't play that much, but if he'd have been playing most of the season and all stuff, he'd have been good right now because he could shoot the ball. He could do some things and stuff like that. Kolek can run the point. You might as well let Kolek play. If Cameron Payne can't do it, let Kolek play. Or Deuce McBride can't run the team. Let him come in and
he's a floor general. You know,
I don't get it, man. You just baffled, just like all of us Knicks fans. We're just baffled why this guy don't play these guys, man. And other teams know that. The other teams know that.
He's stubborn. He always will be. He always will be stubborn.
Man.
Yeah. So what's your take on Cat's performance before we get to T and everyone else? What's your take on Cat's performance tonight, Man K? What's up?
Cat had a great performance in the fourth quarter, man. But like I said, most games, man, that dude get fouled a lot, man. No calls and stuff like that. I know he got to play through it. I know he got to just bite his tongue, but it's just like the fouls that get called on him. And I know some of his fouls are boneheaded fouls that he commit, but the fouls they call on him compared to the fouls that he gets committed against him is crazy. He should be at the free throw line at least about 15 or 20 times a game, every game, and stuff like that, man.
Facts. You know? This man gets hacked so much and gets marginal contact called on him more than any big I've seen in a long time. I don't get it. Like, listen, like you said, we not stupid out here. We see what we see. Cat makes some boneheaded, stupid fouls sometimes. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But one thing you're not going to tell me, you're not going to fool these eyes, even with these prescriptions on, and tell me that this man don't get fucking hacked when he's going on the other end of it. All I ask is for consistency. That's all. That's all. That's all I ask for, man. It's crazy.
Me too, man. With Cat, like I said, man, and I think he's playing with a gimpy ankle or knee or something like that. And
he's been playing with that all year.
He's been limping. He's been limping a lot. Yeah.
All year he's been playing that. They said it like some kind of like knee. Something with his
he's just playing through it. I think he's just playing through it for the whole season.
Yeah. He's been playing through that because sometimes he don't even have the lift. Sometimes, you could tell.
Sometimes, all the time, he don't have the lift.
Well, he had some lift when he banged it on dude earlier.
Even that
was on a body tonight, though.
Even that call they made when he walked and stuff like that. I thought he got fouled, but it looked like he didn't even barely get off the ground, or I don't know what happened, man. When they showed the replay, I said it is what it is, man. But man, Cat. The only thing I don't like with Cat just is his defense, man. Like as far as that drop back defense or just off the pick and roll, he just don't come up and just make it difficult for the players and stuff like that. He giving wide open shots and stuff like that, man. But and those logo threes, stop with the logo threes, man. Just get closer to the 3-point line and shoot them threes, man. Stop with the logo threes. You're not Steph Curry.
Listen, we know Cat's game. He's one of the best big shooters of all time, honestly. And this numbers back that up. But sometimes, man, I'm just like, bro, why is you pulling it from that far, bro? Like, I could understand a heat check if you hit 3 in a row, but like, don't set it off like that, dog. Don't come up the court and just say I'm pulling that at the logo. Like, as soon as he sometimes though, I ain't gonna lie. I think to myself, like, let me try logic here. Maybe he does that because he's not sure when he getting that ball in the shot clock. Because let's be honest, they don't run a lot of plays for him the way I feel like they should at times. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, tonight, I felt like they were not running no plays for him in the first 3 quarters of this game. And that really pissed me off. I did not understand that. I'm like, bro, Brunson is in foul trouble. Yo, what's up? Let's run through Cat. Let's do it. Let's go. Like, you know, I don't know. I just
that's today's NBA though, man. A lot of these coaches don't run no plays. These coaches just getting paid. They're just getting paid for nothing. Only thing they're doing is doing pick and roll all day and letting the players react off of it. They're not calling plays and all that stuff. So that's why you see the offense the way it is, man. One guy dribbling the ball, everybody else don't know what to do because they don't call plays. They don't run plays.
It's crazy, man. I never liked that shit, man. I mean, but I be seeing other coaching staff sometimes, like Carlisle, like you know, the top tier coaches in the league, the best teams, they call timeouts, they run a good play, and they get their best players the ball. Sometimes I don't even see that, and I'm just like, I'm like, man, like give Cat the rock in there when he's posting up. Sometimes I see Bridges, he dribbling away from him. I'm like, yo, where you going, bro? He's got the matchup. Give him the ball. Like, it's not all on the coaches, but I just feel like, hey, man, Tim's got to pull dudes to the side. Like, hey, listen, get that man the ball in there. Okay, get the man the ball. Let's run something with him first. You know, whatever. So now I'm not saying that when Brunson is doing his thing that they should go away from Brunson. That's not what I'm saying. But I feel like there's opportunities during the game where I just think it's just too. They easily kind of like go away from him, and that kind of puts us in a problem because it makes us easier to defend. Because they know who's going to have the ball in his hands, and that's Brunson. You know, so they got to do a better job with that, man. That's just my opinion. T, what's your take on the performance tonight, bro?
I mean, Cat. I mean, he really just. And the funny thing about with Cat is that he was in there with like 4 bench players. He was right. He was in there with Deuce McBride,
and he was cooking.
Damn it, and who else was it? Hart. It was Hart, right?
Hart was there.
It was right Deuce. It was right Deuce.
Shamet.
Shamet. Yes, Shamet. It was right Deuce and Shamet.
So he was like basically like the only big out there, you know. Yep. So, you know, he was. I mean, his fouls, man. I mean, he was getting to these silly fouls. So I was just like, you know, this is not going to be a good night. But he woke up, man, and I'm glad that they was feeding him the ball. You know, he shot that 3 and then he took it to the hole with that dunk over. I forgot who he dunked on. Was it Nesmith? He dunked.
I think he dunked over Siakam, wasn't it?
No, I think
it was
Naismith. I think it was Naismith.
Naismith.
Oh no, it was Neymar. As a matter of fact,
it was Neymar. It was Neymar.
Yeah. Okay. He came on a switch and he tried to like get position for a charge and he yammed that shit on him.
Yeah, exactly. So he shot 3s and he was taken to the hole. Like, you know, he was mixing it up a little bit. And you know, like what y'all said, like, you know, Brunson needs to find him. I mean, yo, here you have, you know, a 7-foot talent who can shoot the ball, and also you could give him the ball, you know, down in the post. You know, he could score, you know, in those 2 different ways. So, I mean, if it wasn't for him, we lose the game, to be honest with you.
No. Without Cat, we're down 3-0.
Yeah, it would have been bad,
Just think about it. He was in foul trouble. He had like 4 fouls 3 fouls in the first half, and then he picked up his 4th, you know, like in the third quarter. You know, so him playing with foul trouble. Just imagine if he didn't have foul trouble. He had 20 points, 8 rebounds. He probably
had 20, 25, and 14, bro. Yep.
25 and 14. Okay, he probably would have had more than 30, maybe 35 if he wasn't in foul trouble. So
sorry, 24 and 15. My bad. 24 and 15.
24 and 15. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, going forward, I think he should be like the focus. They can't guard him. Like,
that's what I mean. Like, they got no answers for this man.
Like, Miles Turner can't guard him at all.
And the backup,
none of them can.
The backup was getting cooked. He didn't know what to do. Like,
Bradley.
He like, okay, I'll push him out to the 3, and then he go left with the dribble. Oh shit, let me guard the dribble, and then he pops the fucking tray. Like, oh man, bro, they can't do nothing with this man.
They can't do nothing.
He's quick off. He quick off the dribble. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I just think that they need to run the offense through him a little bit more. They should probably try to start out with running.
Totally agree, bro.
Even though that's probably won't happen, they're gonna have the way the Knicks orchestrate their offense is, Brunson's gonna dribble, then you know what, he's gonna try to take it to the hole, do the floater, but if the defense collapsed, then you know what, he's gonna kick it out, to the shooters. What I really want to see, I want to see more of the pick and roll and pick and pop game with
the 2-man game.
Yeah, like I don't know why they got away from that. I mean, they were doing good with that during the season, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But
that's where Bridges thrives the most in that pick and roll game.
Yeah. Well, but speaking of what T is saying, like he's mentioning more about the pick and pop game with the 2-man game with Brunson and Cat, because it's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when these guys are doing that? Because you got to make a decision, and somebody's gonna have an open shot. And even if you're good at stopping the action, that opens it up for Bridges, like you said, OG in the corners. Like that's what you want. That's what you want. You know what I mean? Like you want those type of options, but I don't know. It's like
you know what?
The scheme.
The reason they don't run it is because of Josh Hart in the starting lineup, because they put a center on him and they put a small man on Cat. So that's what just throws a lot of things off and stuff like that. And Josh Hart, like I said, he shouldn't even be in the starting lineup, but because of all the trades he made, he has to start. Because you really need a shooting guard in there. You know what I'm saying? That's why with Mitchell Robinson in there today was better, with Mikal moving to the shooting guard position, which is much better. You know what I'm saying? And another element that the Knicks are missing, I keep saying it since the RJ Barrett's been gone, Mitchell Robinson used to score like 16 or 18 points because Barry used to find for like 5 or 6 alley-oops every game. We don't have a point guard on our team that does that. They don't do that. Brunson don't do that, and he's a point guard, and he doesn't have the touch to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's another. You're missing the element. That's 16 easy points right there. That's why Trae Young does that to Clint Capella all the time, and those are easy buckets. We don't have nobody that can do that on our team. Their passing skills are terrible.
I'll say one thing about that. I'll say Mitch really, the alley-oop got to be kind of a perfect pass for him to catch that. He don't got good hands like that too, though. That's another thing.
I think that's recent because he used to have good hands. I don't know.
I know. It's just like the last 2 years. Last 2 years, I'm like, what happened?
But those are easy points that we could be getting, man. Those are easy points, and they're game changers, and we got to get back. We got to get that because that's easy baskets for us. We got to get back to doing that.
I'm happy.
Ray, I think you wanted to make a point. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, I'm extremely happy you mentioned that, Danny, because RJ Barrett, he was extremely, I kind of missed that RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson connection. But what I really wanted to say was, and this might be, this is a critique. So y'all know I'm a Brunson guy. I'm a Brunson fan since Villanova.
Oh, this is not gonna be good. This is not gonna be good.
But
before he continues though, Danny, I gotta tell you, Ray. Let me tell you something. Ray been on the Brunson wave before he even signed here. I ain't even going front. When he first got here, I thought that if we didn't get Donovan Mitchell in the trade to play with him, we weren't going to be good enough. This man has been on the Brunson wave from beginning. So this is whatever he's about to say is fair game.
Okay,
it's with love.
I'll be honest.
Okay, it's no problem.
It's with love. I think it was a blessing in disguise that Brunson was in foul trouble tonight. And the reason why I'm saying that because Cat was finally able to get the ball. Now, I'm not saying that this is an ongoing thing, but I really hope Brunson will take note of that and understand that, you're not the only scorer on the team. And sometimes I want Brunson to do better off the ball.
Right.
I want him. I really want to challenge him on that. I want to challenge him on doing better off the ball, and I want you to do better getting your team involved. the third quarter, he only had like 1 assist, which is alarming to me.
He finished the game.
I get it. I think Brunson mindset was, I'm not going down with a fight. And yo, don't get me wrong, you're a winner, but you see how it took the team to beat this team,
right?
To beat the Pacers,
right?
It's not just going to be you, Brunson.
It's got to be a collective effort.
Got to be a collective effort. You know, in the beginning, I want you to get Cat going. I want you to get OG going. I want you to get Mikal going. You know, don't get me wrong, Brunson, he's one of the deadly scorers out there. But
superstar, baby.
You know, sometimes when you're doing too much, it kind of take the other guys out. You know, that's, you know, it was heavy ISO ball in the first half.
It was.
It was heavily ISO ball. And I kept saying in the group chat, I was like, you know, I don't know if it's a Tibbs thing or Brunson was just taking matters in his hand, but it was just heavily ISO ball. We really didn't start playing team ball until Brunson was on the bench. Right. And it burns me as a Brunson fan to even say this right now, but at the end of the day, I got to keep it a buck because I care about what's in the front and not in the back. I'm going to judge my team regardless. So I really want Brunson to really take note of that. And going into game 4, don't get me wrong, I want you to have that killer instinct. I want you to score the ball when it's needed, but I want you to get the team involved.
Right. I respect that take, Ray, because, and you know what? Listen, especially when, you know, and it's a small criticism, but a fair one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And especially when you're not shooting well. I mean, he started the game 3 for 12. I mean, it wasn't like he was pulling them things and it was working. So it was like, hey man, listen, let's do something else. Let's do something else. Because that's the thing about Brunson, you know, as great as he is, even if he starts off slow in an off game, you know when the fourth quarter comes, he's gonna beat it. You know he's gonna make the tough ones and the ones we really need. So it's like, don't force it sometimes. Just kind of like you said, go to Cat. There's a reason why we made the trade for Cat. He is an unguardable presence at his position. You got to use that because he's not here to defend. We know that.
That's for damn sure.
What do you have to do to maximize your return in the trade? You got to make him a focal point of the offense every single game. Not two games a series, not 3, every game. Every game, and you figure out what's working more in that game. Because as I always said, in the playoffs, every game has its own story. Just because you were great last game doesn't guarantee you're going to be great this game. Maybe that worked last game, but this game, we got to do it differently in this game. And this is how we won tonight. Cat got the rock, and he went to work, and they had no answers. Danny, what is your take on Cat's performance tonight before we go to the next segment?
I just got one word for it. Clutch. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Let's hit the group. Let's hit the chat real quick. Alexis Betcher checks in. Welcome to the show, Alexis. If Tibbs keeps using Shamet and the rest of the bench, we have a great chance to win game 4. Let's not make our game so predictable. We have firepower and soldiers ready to fight. That's a fair
100%
take.
agree with that. Yep.
And I ain't even been on the Shamet way most of this season. But I gotta be honest, he had an impact in this game. And
they gotta put him in more. They gotta put him in more for sure.
Yep. Alexis also says, sure. Here's the English translation. What if the Knicks catch fire like they did in that game 6 against the Celtics? What if the Knicks catch fire? Well, okay, I don't know what happened there. But yes, you're right. What if the Knicks catch fire like they did in that game 6 against the Celtics? That's what you want, because when they're moving the ball, when the Knicks are moving the ball, playing that way, they are so tough to stop, man. It's just so tough to stop, man. I mean, and we saw it for most of the first half of the season when they played like that. I mean, they were putting up numbers when they were playing that, when everyone was touching it and making shots. Now, of course, as me and T have talked many times on this show as well, it also comes down to your teammates making those shots when they do get the ball. They got to make those shots. You know what I'm saying? And that hasn't always been the case. Bridges has been inconsistent. OG at times he's had really good stretches, but then he has some games where he's just not making his shots. You know what I'm saying? So those things are also factors. But when the Knicks play that style of ball, they are tough to defend. And that's what we need in the playoffs, man. No doubt about it. Dan says, Mr. Philadelphia. He's talking about you, Ray. I guess he's talking about you, Ray.
Daniel, cut it out.
Ray, 100%. As he also, Dan also agreed with your take. Corey Johnson checking in the chat. What's goody? Salute to Corey Johnson, Knicks Nation all day. Cat came through, and this was a wake-up call the Knicks needed. Now they got to tie the series up. Absolutely, man. And I really feel like this is tonight. It felt like Cat really became a Knick tonight, man, with that performance that he did. I mean, everything was on the line tonight, man. We lose this game, this series is over. It's just a matter of the fat lady was ready to sing. Okay, it's just a matter of when she
get the broom. Got to get the brooms out. Get the brooms out.
Yeah, I mean, even if we would have won another game or two, we're not winning 4 straight against this team. It's very doubtful.
I still I still don't see the soft allegations on Cat.
I don't see it either.
My eye test tells me that he's not soft. Maybe he wasn't being utilized correctly. That's what people meant to say, but I don't see how he's soft.
Oh, you mean Zesty Cat?
No.
Daddy, don't do it, Daddy. Don't do it.
I had to do it. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
You know, it's nah. I mean,
jokes aside. Yeah.
Nah, the narrative was the reason why people was calling him soft because he's known to go MIA during the playoffs.
Yeah,
for sure.
I really haven't seen it. Don't get me wrong, he had bad games, but you know, from what I've seen in the Knicks uniform, I feel like we can utilize him better. But I don't see anywhere I would consider him being soft.
I think you know what it is, Ray. I think first of all, as T has mentioned many times, that reputation came for that Jimmy Butler nonsense. That's where it came.
I agree.
That was the origin. But I just feel like people tend to they tend to take as a finesse player as soft. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as his game, like his style of play. He is what he is. He is a guy who is a tremendous offensive weapon inside and outside. Sometimes he do rely a little bit too much on a 3-pointer? Sometimes. He does have those games. He does. But let's be honest, he's one of the greatest 3-point shooting bigs that this league has ever seen. So that's a big part of the game of why he's who he is. But you cannot tell me a man that can give you 20 and 10 just about every night is soft. I can't do that. You're not telling me that. You're not telling me that.
I think they're talking about on the defensive side. It's not so much the offense. He is a soft player as far as on the defense. His fouls are soft. That's what they're saying. Just like Miles Turner. Like Miles Turner's a soft player too. He's a finesse player, but he can block shots. But he's a soft player. He's not like Draymond Green. He's not. That's what they mean by that. It's like he's not like a man like that on the defensive end. Like really come at you. That's what they're talking about. And if you do something, if you do something, it's like they don't like come to the rescue of their teammates. Or like they're not like enforcers. That's what they mean. He's not an enforcer.
So let me ask you this.
On the defensive side.
Let me ask you this: What is your meaning of soft?
No, that's all I just said. It's like he's don't come to your defense. He's not gonna like getting those scrums aside. I know he had in 1 or 2 and like here, but but mainly like I said, he's just like he just don't foul hard. He don't like really, what I'm saying, when you come down the lane and stuff like that, you're not afraid of him. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He doesn't alter shots. Like you're not afraid to go down in there in the post to go down and score against him. Come down the lane. They don't care about that because you're not gonna get foul hard.
I'm gonna disagree with you on one take on that, man. I understand what you're saying. The other stuff I do understand about the enforcer and all that. What I'll say is this: I have seen Cat contest. He has contested shots. He does get a block here and there. The problem with Cat is he's just not good defensively. He's just not a good defensive player. So it's like he gets these dumb fouls and shit like that.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I have seen him be a willing rim protector type of player. But man, he gets fouls all the time. You know what I mean?
He's
like,
a poor.
But you go like this
it's
and
not
say
good
like this.
defensively, man.
No,
It's
just like you
one.
said, that's what I'm saying. You can't count on him to make a defensive play at the end when you need it. That's what they talking about as far as that part. That's what I'm saying. You can't be like, if down to 5 seconds and somebody's taking down the basket, he's not really going to stop it. You can't. I mean, he may stop it, but you don't have a confidence that he could do it. Like Mitchell Robinson could do it. Like Mitchell Robinson could do that.
Yeah, because Mitch is a different level. Yeah, on that end. Yes, I agree with that.
I mean,
that's all. I mean,
his weakness is definitely pick and roll defense. He's extremely poor in that department, so teams are going to exploit him on that every single time.
It seems like he's always worried about somebody getting by him, even when they ain't trying to.
That's because he got cinder block feet on his feet. Cinder block feet, bro. That's feet. He's
He's like, bro, I'd rather, something? I'd rather them run by him, get by him, than him just stand there and watch a shooter drill a tray.
He doesn't want to get cooked, bro. He doesn't want to get cooked. That's his problem. He's worried about getting cooked.
I don't know, man.
But they look for him and Brunson. Teams look for him and Brunson's in pick and roll because their defense is
every single time.
That's why that's how these teams are getting points. They're getting easy points off of that.
I say it all the time. I say that all the time. They exploit those two definitely on a pick and roll coverage.
They hunt both of them. Yeah, they hunt both of them, man. That's been because that's the thing about our best offensive players are our worst defensive players. It's just one of those things. It just is what it is.
But you know why?
They have to have success on the other side of the ball to beat us. That's the only chance they have because we have such exceptional scorers all around the board like that.
No, but I'm just saying, you know why? Because the coach don't hold them accountable, though. It's the same thing with Julius Randle said. He didn't hold them accountable on defense and stuff. All the defensive assignments he blew. Now you look at Julius. He playing a little bit better defense in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? The coach is holding him there. Obi Toppin playing a little better defense with more effort. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the best defender, but he.
I don't know, bro. Obi be getting cooked, bro. I don't know.
No, I ain't gonna say he be getting cooked. He be getting cooked. And when he was here, Obi wasn't rebounding either. Against us, he had 10 rebounds in those games. He had 10 rebounds. Right.
Obi is not a rebounder, man. And people, not to cut you off, bro.
10 points. He had 10 rebounds.
Yeah. Not to cut you off, but that was his stick. That was the knock on him in college. He wasn't a
It leaked out. I know it leaked out.
Rebounder or none of that for a 6'9" guy. I mean, you talk about like soft. I mean, Obi kind of plays soft. He is. He's a transition big who can score. That's what he's there to do. You know what I'm saying? But rebound. I mean, you're 6'9". You got to give me 8 rebounds. That's just me. I'm just saying. You're 6'9". Give me 6 to 8 rebounds a game. I don't care if you on the bench or start. You got to do that. But you know, all fair.
No, but you know what else is? That's the same thing too with us. A part of the defense. Why we not really doing so good is because OG and Bridges ain't rebounding.
Yeah.
With all these misses, these guys should be averaging like 8 rebounds a piece, but they getting like 2 rebounds here. Like, bro, what are you doing? You're playing 30-something minutes, 40 minutes. You're supposed to get like 8 rebounds, bro. That's stopping these second chance points. That's why these keep happening.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But we also have to take into fair criticism there, but we also have to take into account that the assignments that they have every night, man. I mean, they're there to guard the best wings, so a lot of times you ain't gonna be in there to rebound, man. Especially when them wings are out there, hitting them threes straight away. It's tough.
But that ain't no excuse because them other wings getting rebounds too. Brown, Tatum, them other guys getting rebounds. It's just nature. It's just natural. That's a natural thing. That ain't no extra assignment. That's just natural. The ball comes to you, go get the ball. You can't wait for somebody to rebound the ball. How many times have you seen a Knicks game and everybody watching see who's going to get the ball? Go get the damn ball. Why TJ McConnell love they're getting rebounds? TJ McConnell getting rebounds. Why these guys ain't getting rebounds?
That should pick that. I can't stand that.
With all the bricks we throw up, everybody should average 10 rebounds.
Yeah, he's a pain,
yo, George, did I not just say that in the group chat earlier? Why the fuck is he grabbing rebounds?
Yeah.
Left and right, bro.
I saw Deuce out of position a couple of times. I mean, just the guys not looking like they got their back turned ready to run back. I don't know, man. Listen, it's a collective effort. One thing I'll say, this was the first game the Knicks actually lost the rebound battle tonight, and that was by 1 rebound. So they have been doing a good job with rebounding in this series. They've actually the first game they actually dominated the rebounding statistics. Game 2 as well. But today it's just so funny how the game we win, they lose the rebounding battle on that one. Just this game is something else, man. I tell you, this game is a beautiful game, but sometimes they make you scratch your head.
But fellas, man, I gotta run, man. But it was great chopping up with you guys, man.
No,
I'll see you
man,
guys
thanks
next
for
time,
stopping
man.
by, bro. I appreciate it, man. Everyone new to the channel that don't know this, man, go subscribe to my guy, Man Cave. Great intel, great content all around. Knicks fan, Giant fan. Duke, right? You're a Duke fan as well.
You already see it right there, bro.
Yep, Yankee fan. This man, he covers it up, man. He covers it all.
Yeah.
Go stop by. Very informative channel, man. Appreciate you stopping by the show,
all right, bro. I'm gonna put my
link in
I'll put my link in the chat too on my way out.
Yeah,
right,
you
bro.
can do that. Definitely, you can do that.
Y'all good, bro. See y'all next time.
Salute.
Next time, man.
Salute. Later.
All right, let's get to
Sure.
Cliff says, co-sign Ray, we saw how the team looked when Brunson was out after spraining his ankle. I wish he was more of a distributor at times. Last year, we needed him to do that. This year, we don't. Well, listen, man. Hey, Ray, he was telling the truth, man. Sometimes, we just gotta like not forget the weapons we have on offense. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. Dan says, agree, it's on the one side of the ball. Speaking about the cat conversation. All right. So let's get back to the breakdown of the game. Listen, guys, the turning point of the game to me was when they were down 10 entering the fourth quarter. The Deuce, Shamet, Wright, Cat, Hart lineup, man. I mean, they were all over the place defensively, y'all. They were all over the place. And, of course, Cat was killing on the offensive end.
Right
Shout out to the bench tonight, y'all.
And Wright was doing this defensively, too.
Yep. Right, too.
Yeah, T, what do you think about that, man?
That was a good point, yep.
What, our bench?
Yeah.
I mean, our bench played well. I mean, you already know that, with Tibbs, he liked to run like, a tight, small rotation. So I'm glad, and then I'm so happy Cam didn't play. Because, and
seriously.
Say that one more time, bro.
Say it again. Say it loud.
I'm honestly, Cam should have stayed back in New York. He shouldn't even. Campaign
for real.
Campaign should have just stayed in New York for game 5. He shouldn't even get on a plane.
Is he only on a 1-year contract? I hope so.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. All right, thank God.
He had his best game. I'll give him credit. He had one good game this whole playoffs, and that was game 1 against Detroit. Other than that, I mean, he doesn't orchestrate the offense. He throws out wild shots.
He's a lunatic.
He doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean? And like you said before, he was definitely like a head scratcher when we first signed him. So I'm glad he didn't play. And we had DeLon Wright in there. He played, even though he was a little bit shaky too. But it was his first game.
Oh yeah, can't knock him for that.
Good minute. Getting minutes like that. What's his name?
It was when Brunson was in foul trouble too.
Yeah. So, but he played well in the fourth quarter. He definitely played well in the fourth quarter, along with Shaman, along with Deuce and Hart. So, I did. That's one thing I just wanted from this team. Even if they didn't score a lot of points, you just wanted good production from them. Like I've been saying before, defense, steals, altering shots, getting rebounds, getting out on the break. Playing a half-court offense, and I think that was another thing too. They played a half-court offense.
Yes.
They played at our pace instead of us playing at their pace. No pun intended, but still. I mean that was it. That was it right there. That was the turning point in the game. Our bench finally showed up, and I'm happy Tibbs, had put trust in his guys.
Yeah.
And even though you know what. I think the game would have been closer than what in the first half if it wasn't for the 3 fouls that Deuce McBride had.
Yeah, that was a quick 3 too, man.
It was
Yeah.
a quick 3 fouls, yeah.
It was
Yep.
a quick 3 fouls. So, hopefully, this will carry over. This will give him the confidence, and this will carry over for the next couple of games. And
Right.
see what happens.
Right. What do you think about that, Danny?
I hope we keep this. Yeah, I mean, do you guys think they're gonna keep this lineup for the next game?
Yeah.
Just the way it is.
Oh
Yeah.
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 I definitely think they will, especially after a win. It's going to be tough to go back the other way after they got a win tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope it keeps it going, and then just need more cat. More going to the rim cat. You know what I'm saying? Not no 3-point cat. I mean, like I said, he's good with it.
He's
But-
been doing that though. He's been doing that with Cat.
Yeah.
Cat has been going to the rim a lot more.
I just want to see him. I want to see him more of that cat playing.
I would like to see
more
the
aggressive.
refs blow the whistle when he getting mauled, though. I would like
No,
that.
that's true. Yeah,
My
yeah,
Lord.
for real.
This man,
It's like
and then
he can't catch a break. You can't catch a break. You can
and
never
that's
catch a
why
break.
sometimes I think like maybe he just says, let me settle for these Jays because these motherfuckers are smacking me around. They ain't even getting to the line. Like, oh man, let me see if I could just start pulling these things. Sometimes I think he be thinking that because, man, the refs just don't be giving Cat those respect
No, at
calls
all.
he deserves, man. I'm just saying, it's crazy. It really is, man. Ray, what do you think, man? What do you think about the bench performance tonight? I have them as my turning point of the game when we were down 10 entering that fourth quarter, man. That Deuce Shamit, right, Cat Hart lineup really worked out in our favor, man.
Definitely a couple of things. Dylan Wright, this is somebody who I was vouching for since probably the last series against the Celtics. He's not a big scoring point guard or anybody who, he's not a player that you would see on the stat sheet. But when you're literally watching on the court, he's such a smart defender. He gets into the passing lane, he causes havoc. He really, really being being every lane. And one thing for sure, when the time he was on the court, he was forcing a lot of key turnovers. I don't know if anybody was watching. He was
He's like
forcing lot
he's
of
like a
turnovers.
pesky defender. He's a pesky defender. Yeah.
No doubt
Yep.
about it.
Yep. And listen, me and you in particular, George, we've been killing Shamit.
Yeah.
All season long, we've been killing him.
All season. Yup.
And it wasn't campaign? Wow.
No, Campaign been on that list for me too. No
He's on that list.
Oh, okay.
He's on that list.
These two
He's
were
on that list.
definitely in the eye.
Oh, they were neck and neck. They were neck and neck.
Yeah.
We had that
Yeah.
beam out, no doubt about it.
We've been going at them. But
Shout out to Shamit, man.
Shamit, listen, man, I didn't know Shamit actually plays defense. That kind of wowed me. And one thing that I like that he did, I remember he hit a timely 3 that actually
in the corner, right?
made it. Yeah, that actually got the
remember that
game to 10 or 7 points even. I can't remember.
I think it was when we were trying to cut it down from and late in the second quarter, I believe.
Yeah. He really hit that big 3, so something that we needed, and he was able to create. He listen, man. He sat the chair out. He drew some charges, and he really came in and gave us some quality minutes today. So once again, Tibbs, sometimes you got to play your bench because you want to throw the other team off. Because you got to understand, they looking at us that all right, this team, they heavily rely on their starters. So this is the defensive lineup. This is the defensive assignment that we're going to have against these guys. Sometimes you got to put your bench in because they don't have scouting report on certain guys. That's the advantage of playing some unknown players sometimes.
Throw them off completely.
You got to throw them off. And I believe we threw them off, putting in the Dylan Wright, the Shamit, and even having Josh Hart coming off the bench. It definitely threw them off tonight. So don't get me wrong. Rick Carlisle, once again, he's gonna make the adjustments.
Yeah, he'll figure something out.
I think we could win. if, what I said earlier, Jalen Brunson get the other guys going.
Right.
And we got to get to a better start. We got to get to a better start.
Yeah.
I want to be the aggressor. I don't want. Sometimes it's like I feel like this team, they too comfortable. Just coming back. But
Right.
I want y'all to have that Game 6 Knicks versus Celtics mindset. Like, you see how I just came in and just attacked them and just blew them off the water. I kind of want that, because this team, they could really play better offensively. Even though sometimes the offensive schemes from Tibbs, it doesn't sit right with me. But,
Right.
listen, it's too late to just try to force new shit. I just gotta trust with what we got right now. And winning this game today definitely gave them confidence.
Right.
Something that we really strongly needed, because listen, man, we don't want to think about game one. You want to put that behind them. So that mindset that they got to have is one game at a time. If you win
Right.
game 4, the series is
Mhm.
back to 0-0.
That's
So
a fact. We win
That's
game
true.
4.
So
Guess
true.
what? We take home court back, and it's a whole new series.
Yeah.
This
that's
was a
it.
tremendously important win tonight, man.
Play that bench, Tibbs. Please play the
Yes.
bench.
Yes. Dan says tonight was so important because we got a win where Tibbs can say the bench was so big in the win and will give him confidence to ride with them in the future.
He
Yep.
could never say, he never said that before.
How crazy is that?
Yep.
Wow.
He's listen, it's 100. It's 100. Now he has somebody at work to say, now, hey, you know what? Maybe this could work out here. If
Somebody
I put
slapped
these
him in the
guys-
head or something and woke him up.
Yeah. But, man, I gotta give love
Use
to
your damn
Dylan
bench,
Wright,
boy.
I
Use your
love the
damn
way
bench.
Dylan Wright played, y'all. I really did. I love the way he gave us. He basically did what I want campaign to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially on the defensive end, he was a maven. He was aggressive. He was just getting, knocking balls around or whatever, pause,
Yeah.
getting
Yep.
loose balls and stuff like that. Hey, I think with more time, this unit could really be a factor and help this team. I've always said it from the beginning. The most important thing about the bench is the most important contribution we get from the bench, I should say, is the Brunson Cat rest minutes. When they are resting, they have to keep the game from getting out of hand. That's the formula to success. You give them more time, they'll gain confidence. Guess what? Shaman's shot will start dropping now all of a sudden. He won't be hesitant to pull that. Dylan Wright, he won't be hesitant to distribute and go up to the rack, with aggressive. Deuce is already starting to come around, which is good to see. He's already been starting little by little, game for game, as the playoffs have started, to be more aggressive and realize that he has to be a factor for this bench going forward. He had some big buckets in the fourth quarter as well. You know what I mean? So shout out to the bench, y'all, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, anything to add to that?
Hey, Tibbs, put on PJ Tucker next time, okay, sir?
He said PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker, he gonna have to get that ice knot off his kneecaps before he gets the game, man.
PJ is the voice of the locker room, man.
Coach
Yeah,
Tucker.
for sure.
That's it. He's the
Coach
voice
Tucker.
of the locker room.
Only way
He's the unk of the locker room, the unk.
That's it. That's
He's
it.
definitely unk, man. He definitely unk at the cookout. He definitely unk at the cookout, bro. Shout out to him, man. Now, also, let's talk about this. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's a
The
good stat.
Knicks are 6-1 on the road in the playoffs, y'all.
Amazing.
How can we explain this? Like, they are so much locked in when they are on the road. It looks like more than besides the Boston closeout game at the Garden, it just seems like they're more locked in on the road. And I said this before game 3. I said after we lost those first 2, I said what gives me hope is that the team has played better on the road and have focused more. Ray, we was on that post game the other night. We talked about it. Like, they're going to be locked. The best thing that could have happened is they get the fuck out of New York after these first 2 losses.
Yep.
And just
Gotta get away.
from everybody, get close as a unit, lock in, and that's what they did tonight, y'all.
You know,
But we
once
we
again,
gotta start
like,
playing better at home though. We have to start playing better at home though.
Yes, absolutely.
We have
absolutely.
to.
Absolutely.
I agree. I think for this series, I think it was extremely beneficial that we got away from New York low key because when you're playing away games, the only thing you're thinking about is ball.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
You're highly focused. It's not like when you're home, you got 1,001 things you're worried about. You got to make sure, oh, my mom is coming to the game. I got to make sure my wife is coming to the game. I got to make sure my kids is there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your mind is not really on the game, opposed to
Right.
being away from home, away from
Right.
from family. Whereas, all right, I'm in this hotel in this city that, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing here on the regular. Now I can really focus on the basketball at hand.
Straight
So
like that. That's
they they
called
they
all ball.
they kind of needed that. So listen, try to get game 4, and then now when you bring it back to the Garden, you gotta you gotta try to win at the Garden. You gotta try to, because when you play good, the Gardens go do their part.
Yeah.
You gotta
Go
understand.
crazy.
You
Crazy.
gotta use the crowd as part of your defense, man. Because that Garden crowd,
It's
listen, a lot of
special.
players say when the Garden crowd goes crazy, it rattles the other
It's a
team.
huge distraction.
Does.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
So you gotta use that to your advantage. So
No doubt
um
about it. No
one
doubt about
game at a time, the only thing I'm worried about is with Carl Lawry. Man, this guy's a great coach. He's gonna make adjustments.
He gonna
So
be scheming.
um
He gonna be scheming.
it. Yep.
yeah,
No
yeah.
doubt
Mhm.
about it.
But
He's gonna be ready with something. He's gonna have a new
Mhm.
wrinkle
I
ready.
think I think Tibbs did a way better job as far as making adjustments this game compared to last game.
Nope.
You
No doubt
know,
about it.
he did a good job, subbing in and out Cat and Jalen Brunson to make sure they don't commit that sixth foul, which will make them go out the game. And is oh, he managed this game better, far way better compared to Friday, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the key thing that really stood out to me, and nobody mentioned it, the Knicks made their final 13 free throws.
I was just about to get to the next segment. Go ahead and lead with that, because Knicks were 27 to 30 at the free throw line tonight, and that is one of the biggest reasons why they outscored the Pacers 61-44 in the second half with that great defensive effort that they gave. Okay, but on the offensive end, with Brunson in foul trouble as well, and Cat taking over the offense, the Knicks were 27 of 30 at the free throw line. Holla freaking Hallelujah. Because after game 1, when they choked it up in the last few seconds, man, oh my God. 27 to 30, T. Goosebumps, baby. Goosebumps, because that's what cost us game 1. And the Knicks have been frustrating us as fans every game with the missing of the free throws. And we can't, and like I said last time, we can't always blame the Hacker Mitch too. It's not Hacker Mitch. It's the team not getting the job done when they're at the strike. They got that done tonight. Good point by Ray. What do you think about that, T?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Free throw with 27 for 30. Yep. I mean, we've been shaky at the line, so I'm glad, we were able to hit our free throws. So, I mean, no complaints from me, with them hitting the free throws. So
more of that.
We needed that. We need all those free throws, man.
Especially when you're on the road, man. You got to make those, man.
You got to make those, man. Especially in Indiana, bro. You got to make them.
Got to make those, man.
We were shaky. We were shaky. What game was that? That was game 1, right?
Game 1, we were 28 of 40, bro. That cost us the game there.
Yeah, that definitely cost us the game. So I'm glad we was able to recover from that tonight. So hopefully, it can continue on for the rest of the series.
Right.
Let's see.
And no more Hacker Mitch, thank God.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think Rick Carlisle is too smart of a coach to do that. He's not like he's not going to
donate.
He's not going to go for the juggler like that because he knows that. Okay, you know what? If I'm going to keep fouling, you know what? This is going to put my guys in the penalty, and also putting the guys in the penalty, and the guys going to start collecting fouls, and you don't want that to happen.
Yeah, he doesn't want his team in foul trouble, and he doesn't want to have his team in the penalty
definitely compromise everything.
Like that.
Yeah, so he's a way smarter coach than Joe Mazzulla. He's not going to do that. So he's just going to play every day. He's going to use it if
I blame Bitcherstaff.
Yeah, he's gonna.
He's the beginning of it. He's the start it all.
Yeah, he'll go to the hack and Mitch game plan. If it's, I think if it's in dire need,
right.
If he has to do it, then he'll do it. So, I'm glad he don't do it. So,
right. And the defense was the big part of that defense of tonight, and people are not talking about it. I think they need to focus a little more. First of all, as we mentioned, the bench was great tonight, especially in the second half. They were great defensively in the second half. They held the Pacers to 44 second half points overall, and this was one of the reasons. The Knicks defense held the Pacers to only 5 of 25 from 3 tonight. And that is an underrated performance by this Knicks team tonight. I thought the contesting with Shamet, with Wright, okay, they did a good job tonight, along with Deuce as well. They did a good job tonight, really challenging, fighting screens, all of that. And in the second half, it seemed like the Pacers were kind of like stuck. Like, what should we do here? Should we, they kind of were like going through a little adjustment with that lineup. As Ray mentioned, good job by Tibbs incorporating that with the bench tonight. That was a good adjustment he did tonight by doing that. The Knicks held the Pacers 5 for 25 from 3. That is a big reason why they were able to make up that 20-point deficit tonight and get the job done.
That's a big stat. Stat.
Another thing, what's his name? TJ McConnell. I mean, he's the one that really broke the game wide open. Once they brought him in,
he started cooking.
Draining on mid-range shots is a wrap.
Draining mid-range shots, taking it to the hole.
He was getting in that. He was getting in his spot.
Yeah. So I think that's what really kind of, because remember, Halliburton was in foul trouble, so he had that extended period of time, and he was able to come in, distribute the ball, get in the right people's hands, and also he was scoring the ball too. So, that's what really broke the game wide open. That just that caused him to get the lead a little bit, early in the second quarter, and then it just ballooned to 20, before the half.
Snap of a finger. Yeah.
It was a quick one too. It just looked like it was good. It was like very similar to the Boston series. It just looked like it was in danger. It was teetering. It was just danger of getting away from them, and they found a way to close that gap before the second quarter ended. Even bitch ass Reggie Miller, he made a good point. He said he was actually one of the ones that said, I don't like the fact if you're a Pacer fan, which we know what he's talking about himself. He said, if you're a Pacer fan, you can't like the fact that the Knicks closed the gap from 20 to 13 before the second quarter because they've been here before. And that was a big deal that they did that. And, hey, listen, they got the job done tonight, man. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to this bench. Shout out to Cat, who had a tremendous game tonight. It's a collective effort, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Collective.
Yeah, but why is Reggie called Knicks games? I want to know. Why?
Oh, we know it's
why is that?
The Knicks ain't a coalition, guy.
Come on, man.
The Knicks ain't a coalition.
That shit
they put
stop,
Reggie Miller and Stan Van Gundy in the same fucking.
That shit gotta stop, bro.
And then go to the TNT halftime show. What do you got there? You got Barkley, you got Shaq, and you got Draymond Green. We know what they doing. They want to have a hate on the Knicks party. We know what it is, man. Knicks against the world, baby. Knicks against the world.
We like it like that.
Yeah. Let them be that way, man. shit. Sometimes I'm very tempted to just hit the mute button on it, man. I'm telling you, just try to sync it with the radio or something. It really be killing.
Or closed captioning on. Put the closed captioning on. That's it.
Oh man, something. They might infuriate me just reading what they saying, bro.
Yeah, right.
I can't
It's
stand
true.
them. But that's gonna wrap up the show tonight, everybody, man. Eastern Conference Finals, Game 4. Next game is Tuesday night at Indiana with the Knicks with a chance to tie this series up. It's going to be a tremendous game. Tremendous. In my opinion, the pressure is now shifted to the Pacers. They want to get this game. They were up 2-0 after winning 2 games on the road. They do not want to be 2-2 heading to Game 5 at the Garden. Hey, the pressure has now shifted. There's still pressure on the Knicks because they have to tie the series. But the way they won tonight and what happened in the first 2 games, the pressure is now on another level for the Pacers. If they came in loose, like, hey, we got 2 games, man. We up 20 on them. Blah, blah. They blew a 20-point lead tonight. Okay. Pressure bust pipes. They got to try to hold off the Knicks now from tying this series. They'll be in their building, which is a plus for them. But nevertheless, the Knicks got a big win tonight. Let's see what they can do going forward, man. So, hey, man, that's going to wrap it up. Shout out to everybody joining the stream. Shout out to my guys, Ray, T, Danny, and also Man Cave stopping through. Everyone, shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all stopping. Any last words? We're going to go one at a time. Ray, you up.
Listen, man, one game at a time, you know. These guys, they got my blood pressure going crazy today, but
we need
life of a Knicks fan, baby. Life of a Knicks fan.
You know, cardiac Knicks, but it's better to be 2-1 than 3-0. So get the job done on Tuesday.
That's right. Danny, any words?
Hey, Halliburton, who choked now, you asshole? That's it. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Pencil neck geek. Go ahead, T.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this was a must-win game. Game 3 was definitely a must-win game. You don't want to go down 3-0. So now it's 2-1. Honestly, it's pressure on Indiana. They're home.
I'm saying,
right?
Yep. I totally agree. Totally agree.
They're home. They're up 2-1 in the series. I mean, all we got to do is play our game. I think if Jalen Brunson gets off to a good start, run the ball, run the offense through Cat, and I think we got it. I think we could beat them convincingly by like 10 or 15 points.
And that's a good point you just made, T.
Let's manifest that. Let's manifest that.
Let me just say this, not before I let you make your point, bro. That's a good point. Brunson usually always bounces back when he has an off game prior to. So expect Captain Brunson to return to form next game.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. And
Captain Clutch.
Yeah. Also, our bench. You know, I'm glad, you know, Josh Hart has come off the bench now. So, you know, that'll help, you know, with production. So let's get this dub on what is it, Tuesday?
Let's get it done. Yep.
And let's bring it back to the Garden, Game 5 on Thursday. I'll be in Vegas on Saturday. Hopefully, you know, I get to watch, you know, the Knicks, you know, clinch the finals while I'm in Vegas before I go see Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy that, man.
Enjoy that, man.
Let's manifest it, y'all. Let's manifest it for T. Let's
believe I will be wearing my Knicks jersey out there, Game 6.
If you live in the Vegas life with the Knicks jersey on, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Sir. Yes, sir. So that's going to wrap up the show tonight. Thanks to everyone in Knick Nation joining me on the stream, joining us as a collective unit on the stream. I just ask that you do one thing. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button to Born for Sports because I talk all sports. As you can see, big-time New York Knicks fan. Happy with the outcome. We are happy tonight as Knick Nation. Salute to everyone out there. One more to go to tie the series. Let's see what happens Tuesday night. I talk New York Giants football. Hey, as I mentioned prior, a couple of days ago, hey, Mr. Abdul Carter has signed his contract and is now in the fold. We'll see OTA activity coming up real soon. I talk New York Met baseball. Hey, my Mets, they went and took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers this weekend. So, hey, much needed win. Hopefully Soto starts to get more comfortable and get the job done. I talk New York Yankees baseball. I talk about the Jets, the Nets, anything you want to talk about in the world of sports, especially New York sport. Shout out to Knicks
campaign.
Nation, baby.
Even campaign is talked about in here.
Even campaign bum ass. That's sir, no doubt about it. So shout out to Nick Nation. Shout out to the panel. Like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go Knicks.